In this lesson, I'd like to talk about icons. I've spent a lot of time exploring through various website sources and I can't find anything that truly helps somebody prompt icons. Now, this is primarily because many people just use Midjourney for its extreme capabilities when it comes to portrait creation. However, Midjourney's ability to produce icons is extremely good, and people tend to ignore the fact of how important icons are within your creation, whether it's a website, whether it's a video creation, anything that you need to bullet point or list out and you want to create intriguing, customized icons for, you should be using Midjourney. And what I'm going to do in this lesson is give you the step-by-step prompt engineering that I would use to create icons for my creations. So the very first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is start with a very basic prompt. And for some strange reason, a watermelon has come into my head. So let's just go ahead and do a watermelon, right? So watermelon icon. Now, whilst these icons are okay, they're probably not something that I would use on, let's just say, a restaurant website that I might be creating, but just bear with me. I think out of all of these, the direction I would try to steer an icon generation is this particular image in the third quadrant. So what I want to go ahead and do now is set up my prompt engineering in a way that I'm giving steering direction to Midjourney. So watermelon icon, and I'll probably write lineal icon, vector illustration, minimalism, simple design. Now, just to break those prompts down, lineal icon is me trying to say to Midjourney bot that I'm looking for something that is almost like outline style of drawing. I'm looking for a vector, and I'm not going to go into the whole nuances of vector versus rasterized illustration. Minimalism, this is a stylized term that essentially couples with simple design. Go ahead and hit enter. Let's see what Midjourney gives us back. But what we're trying to do is aim for these flat icon styles that we see used throughout a variety of websites, newsletters, and for me in particular, video creation, because sometimes you could be working with a client and they have a section where they're talking and they may be listing out a set of bullet points. This is where I would create a set of icons that I can put next to each bullet point. Okay, so we're starting to see the steering of a icon coming into play. Again, the third quadrant seems to be pretty good. However, we're still not completely there. So in terms of prompting, we've got our subject, which is the watermelon. Then from there, we've given Midjourney steering directions, I like to call them. Now what we want to do is give programs and applications. And this is where the trick comes into play. And a lot of people miss this. This will essentially be me telling Midjourney, these are the type of applications someone would use to create this particular style of icon I'm after. So let's copy the above, set up our prompt. And what I'd like to do is add in Adobe XD and Figma. These are two applications that people would use to create user interfaces or UX style designs. So we can go ahead and put in UX UI. And then from there, I'm going to further define outline icon style and hit enter. Let's see what Midjourney throws back. So I'd probably go ahead and re-roll these. However, we are now starting to travel down the flat icon route. You can see that we're getting clear direction in terms of icon generation. But I think what we're missing is color, right? So I'm going to add in color. Let's set up our prompt again. And then where I've got outline icon, I'm going to add simple colors and flat color. And what I want to go ahead and do now is also change the subject. So if, for example, I change watermelon icon to game controller, let's try another one. I don't know. Let's try sword icons. We could go ahead and try world icon. So we've got the watermelon come back. This is pretty good. Again, probably need some re-rolling of this, but definitely on the ball when it comes to a flat icon that I'm looking for. And the gamer control one has come out absolutely beautiful, particularly this one in the fourth quadrant. In fact, you could use all of them, right? And I think what I'm missing from this is a white background. So if I go ahead and set up my prompt again, remove the word watermelon out of the prompt, I'm going to go ahead and type game controller again. And this time towards the end, I'm going to include white background. The sword icons have come back again, really cool. I would definitely use this icon in the second quadrant, but let's look at the game controller icon with the white background. I think we're also waiting on the world icons to come back as well. But here we go. This is exactly what I was aiming for. Now I could easily upscale one of these icons. Let's just say I wanted to upscale quadrant 4. and I'd take this into Photoshop. I would remove the white background, and then the icon itself I can use anywhere, right? But this shows you the versatility of this prompt, and I employ anybody who is trying to make icons for anything and make unique icons. Then genuinely take this prompt, and the areas you want to try and tweak and play around with is of course the subject. Where I've got game controller, you want to add what particular icon you're interested in, and then perhaps you can play around with simple colors and flat color. You know, you could go ahead and use neon colors. Let's do this. I'm going to set up this prompt. So I've copied the prompt. I've got game controller. Let's remove that and put Cobra icon. And I want to go ahead and change simple colors into neon colors. I might remove white background because usually if you want neon colors, it's most likely going to be on a black background. I'll leave the word flat color in. Hit enter and let's see what Midjourney gives us back. I'm just going to go ahead and put in another prompt using the Cobra icon idea again. But the neon colors have come back and this looks really good as a flat icon, particularly this icon in the third quadrant. And using the original prompt, we've got back our white background. I'd be more than happy to use this icon in the fourth quadrant and perhaps keep re-rolling the prompt until I've got a whole set of icons that I can use. I mean, it's a really cool and simple way to get some type of unique bullet points going on your website, on whatever you might be doing. So be sure to use this prompt and be sure to explore Midjourney's capability of creating icons. It's something that is not truly looked into. And I hope this lesson helps for anyone that is exploring any type of branding that they might be doing.